All right, good Thursday to you. Here are some headlines you need to know about. We've got some heavy rain showers possible across the Gulf Coast. We also have another system moving into the Pacific Northwest that could bring some rain and some snow, not just for the Canadian Rockies, but maybe even parts of Washington into parts of Idaho and Montana. And then as we head into next week, our weather pattern really starts to shift up a little bit as we see some cold air moving into the northeast, maybe even some snow too here as our polar vortex here across the North Pole really breaking down. Here's our outlook for severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center. Again, today, this would be Friday and into Saturday, so not a huge severe weather event, although there could be some stronger storms embedded in really any of these areas that we see the storms, especially across parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, maybe even the panhandle of Florida, really as the rain picks up heading into Thursday night into Friday. We have a front swinging through the Great Lakes that will bring a very thin band of showers, I think, to parts of Wisconsin and Michigan. It doesn't look like a huge rainmaker by any stretch. The heaviest rain, if I were to say where it could fall, would be across parts of Missouri, also Illinois. That will continue to move to the east here. We've got a northeasterly flow to easterly flow across Florida, so showers here. And that's going to help also concentrate some of those rain showers here across the Gulf Coast. Heading into Friday into early Saturday, our front continues to push to the east, so we'll see the rain showers here in the northeast. It's a quick mover, so that'll be gone for most of you as we head into Saturday with some drier air building in. Now, dew points on the rise here across the Gulf Coast. That's where that deep tropical moisture is, and that's where we need to be concerned about the potential for some really heavy rain. All right, let's first start off with what's going on across the country, and then we're going to sort of look at the North Pole too, but because I want to show you this. We've got a huge storm here over Alaska, or at least moving into the Gulf of Alaska through the Aleutians really over the next couple of days. That's going to bring a lot of rain and snow. Someone was asking me about the polar vortex, what's going on with that? Well, we're seeing a huge ridge right now starting to build across the North Pole that has displaced a lot of the quote-unquote polar vortex into a lot of small cold air pocket features here across the northern hemisphere with this ridge building here. That's what you see. And in the wintertime, when you see that displacement of that cold air is what pushes those chunks of cold air south. And it may be arguably one of the reasons we're getting this shot of cold air for the northeast as we head into next week. So let's sort of break that down for you. Find where you are on the map. We're going to go through the next several days here. Let's start with Thursday. Again, there's the rain showers here across the Gulf Coast. That northeasterly flow going here pretty decently. There's your next storm moving into the west coast with that rain and snow here, and there's your rain showers moving through the northeast. This storm here will get pretty deep here across parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. That could bring some snow here, some early snow. Well, I don't guess it's early. I mean, it's kind of typical, right? We're getting into October now. It's kind of hard to believe that we're already in October, but here we go. So nothing we can do about it. Cold air trying to build in behind this. That's that trough I was showing you, that chunk of cold air building into the northeast. So temperatures starting to drop below normal here across New England, down maybe as far south, I guess maybe as Pennsylvania. I mean, nothing crazy cold by any stretch, but I would argue parts of New England, really up into parts of northern Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, could see some snow out of this. Not a lot, but maybe some snow showers early next week, and then maybe even into the middle part of next week. We're still watching the tropics here. I think you don't want to turn your back on what's going on across the Gulf as we head into now Monday into Tuesday right here. We've got that disturbed weather. I will say that the National Hurricane Center has lowered the potential, or at least their chances of seeing something forming here in the next 7 days to about 30%. Kirk here headed north. Also Leslie going to stay out at sea too. So these really no threat to land, although you may see some clickbait on social media or wherever about the crazy active Atlantic and watch these storms. But right now, those are going to stay out to sea. And also across the southwest, I do want to hit this. Record heat continues here, triple digits from the Central Valley down into Phoenix. Overnight lows will be in the mid to upper 80s in some areas, and another hot day heading into Friday with scorching conditions. 105 up to 110 in some areas, and that look continues as we head into Saturday. So very active across the country, and it looks like we're going to stay that way. I mean, look at this. Are you going to believe your surprise? Random GFS snowstorm here for Minnesota and Wisconsin heading into Monday and Tuesday, the 14th and 15th. Not a chance. I don't believe it, but I'm watching it. All right. See you next time.